Hey all, this is another short review with your favorite fantasy man, L12Boku, and I'm coming at you with my fantasy head hat on of a character if you recognize. If you do, awesome, that is great. I'm glad you do recognize here if you do, and if that is true, I'm coming at you with another review of This Time You Should Know It. Oh yes, I know it's not the whole thing, but I figured I'd show you the little sleeves of the thing. I'll probably bring the whole thing in when I do the review with Jarek, but it is Fullmetal Alchemist. But yes, I was going to say the Conqueror of Shambhala or Brotherhood, but no, it's just Fullmetal Alchemist Season 1 of the original show. Yes, the original show. We are now doing the review on that. And to basically give you the skinny of how it went down, basically we see Edward and Alphonse, as you know, trying to bring back their dead mother. They believe they do everything right with the alchemy equations to bring back their dead mother to create human life. They, of course, miscalculate. Edward loses his leg, and Alphonse seems to look like he loses his entire body. Sadly, after that, they think they resurrected their mother, and all you see is this weird creature thing with purple eyes, and very scary and just bleh. Few bits of notes here. Panako and Winry sort of notice what's going on as well, but also so does Roy Mustang, who seems to be visiting this rainy day of Resin Bull that day, so very interesting there. Then we go with them in the, see, did I write down the town? Oh geez, it should be Lior, but I wrote down Resin Bull. So they're in the deserts of Lior, trying to get to Lior. You know, they're in Lior, they're seeing there's a lot of things happening. You know, Edward just wants water and to search for the Philosopher's Stone. But then they learn of Father Cornello and how he's a holy man who can do, you know, great things with his magic and miracles, as they call it, you know, the miracles of their sun god, Leto. And they also meet a girl, Rose, who's being very devout to Father Cornello, because Father Cornello has promised to bring back her dead boyfriend, which is all that she had and all that cared for her because her parents died young. Sadly, Rose has nobody else. As this continues, you know, they want to meet Father Cornello. Father Cornello, you know, he knows who the Elrics are. He knows who the Fullmetal Alchemist is, a person alchemist, estate alchemist for the military, and he sends a man named Brother Cray to eliminate them. You know, while Edward is pestering Rose in the church, you know, Alphonse is looking on in disgust, saying, you know, Edward, you take this too far. Cray comes out of nowhere, shoots Alphonse in the head, and then, you know, he thinks he succeeded. He was just about to shoot Edward as well, but basically Alphonse gets up, takes Brother Cray by the hand. You know, Edward uses his helmet, and basically, you know, they take down Brother Cray. Rose understandably freaks out. They're trying to calm him down, saying, hey, this is what happens when you get too close to God. We told you that, you know, we were going after Father Cornello and that he was a charlatan. And then basically what ensues is that she goes to Father Cornello, they follow, and Father Cornello is basically admitting he's using a Philosopher's Stone. You know, why would you ruin me? You're going to ruin the town. I'm in control. I am God here, essentially. And pretty much as this goes, you know, it leads to an ensuing battle, where there's an ensuing battle between, well, Alphonse actually gets buried in sand that Father Cornello transmutes out of nowhere, and Father Cornello has Edward fight his chimera. And as they're fighting this chimera, they're attacking Edward's left leg and right arm, and then we realize there's where the automail comes in. And, you know, they're basically saying that this is what happens when you get too close to God, or his domain, or don't know a whole lot about science. So, you know, iffy things, but whatever you want to choose to believe. And sadly, you know, it ends with Father Cornello going, it is you, the Fullmetal Alchemist! And, you know, roll credits. And pretty much that's where the credits roll, so roll credits. So, a very good start, and few differences as you see if I pointed them out in the short review. I don't know how much I'll point out, but I'll try to do what I can to point them out to you. And basically, actors of note I'm going to take mention, of course, Edward Elric, Vic Mignogna, Romy Paku, Alphonse Elric, Aaron Desmuke, Rie Kugamiya. Yes, we're back to Aaron Desmuke, the original person of the voice, the original, I believe they said at the time, 8 to 10-year-old boy who was 12 by the time everything completed, but still, that's flippin' awesome. And I have to give it to Cornello, Andy Mullins, Kinryu Arimoto. Great actors all around, great stuff, good things. And overall, this episode is a great starter. It really sinks you in. Some pretty good action in the beginning. Great drama. I got to say great drama. So it's all good stuff. Tell me what you guys think, though. Do you like the original showing of Fullmetal Alchemist? Have you seen it as well? Just leave a comment down below and tell me what you think. Until then, this is basically Demon 012 Boku, or Cat 012 Boku, however you want to call it. And I will speak to you again another time. Deuces.